Oh my God. Glove day break didn't help you there, eh, old man? You got the puck. Welcome back to the Hockey Shop Source of Sports. We're here in Cam's Crease, Goalie Utopia, whatever you want to call it. I think I know what Cam wants to call it. We're talking 580 gloves. Why are we talking 580 gloves?
Because everybody's talking 580 gloves.
Okay, I'll go with that. Cam has a little history lesson he wanted to teach us.
Yes.
I was talking the other day about like the origins of the 580 glove.
Directly from the source.
The Lefebvres. And so I sent him out with a little homework project. I said, get a hold of the Lefebvres. Patrick, Michelle, I don't care who. Get the answers. So Cam did on the origins of the 580 glove. Before we get to the magical origins and how this glove was developed, let's first remind people that if they can go back and check out our other video.
It's up there somewhere.
We have a glove break video that walks through all the different glove breaks, including the 580. So you can always check that out to see how it compares to a 590 or a 600 and stuff. Some of the other nomenclature from other brands. But in terms of what a 580 is, I'll go with you, Cam, here. What differentiates a 580?
Well, why do we call it a 580?
That would be my question I just asked you.
Coho 580. So now we're rewinding way back. It is 2003 that the Coho 580 series came out. So Lefebvre family, looking to innovate, come up with a new break angle, organically came up with this style of glove for that series at the time. So Coho 580, that's where this name 580 glove has originated when we refer to it as a 580 break, but technically that's incorrect because it's a 90-degree break on your hand. Literally thumb up, fingers out, bringing those fingers in.
And that finger into palm closure, which we also see on a 590, provides a more powerful closure. It allows you, it gives you more leverage in your hand than, say, a 600 break where it's fingertips to fingertips, which is a little more, your power is sort of lost out on the edge of your fingers. It's that strong, right? How do we make a fist? That's our strength right there. So it's that fingers into palm, and the 580 has that. But it also has that distinct sort of pocket that sits up high and over top of the
bill, fold over at the top.
That's your distinct, like when you see that, that's when you know you've got a 580 glove, whereas a 590 is going to be more of a straight line out there. So there's the 580. There's what we know now. Before, I'm going to let you get to your story time. I'm going to let you get there. But first to note, because it is becoming increasingly popular again, we see it all over the National Hockey League. We've seen this over the last 5, 6, saw a real rise of it with CCM. A lot of the CCM guys in the National Hockey League switched to it over the past couple of years. But first off, again, we're teasing the origin story, because Cam did his homework, and he hasn't done homework in his life. But who can't get it? Juniors, for example.
Not available at the moment.
Dad sees this, and he's like, I want 580 for my kid.
Not now.
Not now. Custom orders. Where can you get a 580? True, in a custom order, we'll make a 580.
That is correct.
CCM, in a custom order, will make you a 580.
Correct.
Also, new Bauer Pro Custom is now offering their version of a
Vapor 90.
Vapor 90 break, which is similar to a 580. It's basically designed up. James Reimer's worn it for years. And where did James Reimer start wearing a 580 break? Story time with Kevin.
Toronto?
No.
Good guess.
No. He tried Roberto Luongo's 580 CCM when he was in Florida and was hooked. He even wore the 580 CCM and then got Bauer to make him one just like it. So now that we've established where you can get it.
There's one more you're missing.
What am I missing?
Warrior.
Okay.
6.1, something similar along that lines in terms of for the closure of hand.
Okay.
So going back to the continuing story time. So what's added, in my opinion, now to a bit of its mythical status and why...
You've got mythical status.
I do, thank you. So the glove went quite a long time after this Coho 580 series. A few select guys using it. Again, Luongo, Holtby comes to mind.
Did Patrick Waugh wear it? You told me this whole thing started with Patrick Waugh.
Yes, and that was starting with him as well. I mean, there was also that story kind of going around that he wanted a glove that he could catch, pucks going up by his ears as he was dropping down, and kind of originating and pushing through, what we started to know as modern butterfly, what was a modern butterfly style at the time. That said, Lefebvre's went a long time without having anyone new ordering that glove from those original guys that started with that 580. Fast forward a number of years, Bobrovsky rings him up and says, I want a 580. Why? 580 glove, that 90-degree break presents forward, fingers up, without really having to move or change your wrist around. We look at the way modern goaltending has evolved and wanting to keep that fingers up, hands forward, pocket up, facing your shooter position. That glove's basically doing it for you as you're having it out. Big benefit here, I'm cutting off that top corner. I'm keeping that glove forward. I'm not having to really cock my wrist back or sideways to be able to create that good angle to cut off that top corner.
And that one by your ear that you normally can't get to because your glove ends about here. Oh, hello. Hello, my friend.
So now we start to see some of the benefit and why. So a number of goalies have made that switch. A number of goalies from CCM now transferring even over into True's world as well. A number of some of the Bauer guys have had that kind of secret 90-degree break for quite a long time too as well, as you had mentioned, James Reimer. Honestly, like for me, this has become one of those, again, mythical status because it was something that you just couldn't get for the longest time.
I'll give you mythical there.
And it's slowly started to be kind of released to the general public.
I will tease, it's going to be released to the general public. We've already talked a little bit. It's going to be released to the general public even more with one of the launches this summer.
Exactly. So for me, in my opinion, I find it's one of the best gloves in terms of for like gripping the stick and also playing the puck too as well.
We had Marty Turco on the podcast last week.
We did.
One of the best all time. Guess what he wore? 580 glove, evidently.
Mike Smith, inspired by Mr. Turco himself.
580 glove.
580 glove. I mean, hey, for the amount that's happened with him and everything like that, I'd still name me a better guy that could fire the puck.
Then who?
Mike Smith or Marty Turco.
Yeah, there you go. There's two of the best all time. 580.
Done.
Can you tell me why it grips so well?
So when you grab the stick, because that pocket's already facing up and forward, I can put a ton of leverage into that stick from me just pushing through with the bottom of my wrist. It hooks right into that break and keeps the shaft of the stick facing up and pointed up along with
okay,
the break.
So a reminder, closes, fingers into palm, gives you that sort of pocket up and above the hand, which can help you sort of protect by the ear over top of the shoulder when you go fingers up on a high save. Pocket up nice and high.
Can be custom ordered.
Can be custom ordered with True, CCM, and now Bauer.
Correct.
Warrior has a similar version to it.
It's 6.1.
Junior cannot get it. It's senior only right now. We'll see if that changes with that launch I teased earlier, coming up later in the summer. 580 break. There you go, Cam. We got a little sort of modern. What's going on with it now? Why is it popular? And also a history lesson. Thank you, Cam, for doing homework. I'm going to phone your grade 7 teacher because they'll be shocked.
Mrs. Terwilliger is going to be thrilled. By the way, give us a call, 604-589-8299 or 1-800-567-7790. Check us out at thehockeyshop.com.
As you can see, they actually have some ordered stock in store now. They have a few in True. I think he might have one CCM kicking around. Make sure you give him a call to find out what he's got now and how to order custom if you want to get yourself a 580 glove.